Easter Island. I'll be honest, I didn't even know where it was when I first heard of it, but I moved here soon afterwards. Having met my wife in New Zealand, I fell in love and then came to the island in 2008. Fell in love with the island soon afterwards. It's a beautiful place. It's Polynesian and famous for these giant monolithic statues called moai. Living here has been absolutely awesome. I've been here for 14 years. But 2 years ago, the whole island shut down. And it's been a struggle, being stuck on the same place for so long. Few people understand the concept of island fever, but it's very real. So this summer, we decided to get the family together. We looked on the map to find the most isolated part of the island, and we decided to head there, where we could truly get away from it all and have a rest. This is our story. Hey guys, we are heading over to the north coast. It's early morning Tuesday. We're not sure exactly how we're getting over there. There's no roads to get there. It's one of the most isolated parts of the island, one of my favorite places, precisely for that reason. No Wi-Fi access and no road access. So we're going to try and get ourselves a boat, and if not, we're going to have to do it by horseback. Let's hope we can get a boat, because man, that's way too much stuff to carry by hand.
Yay!
Yay! We got the whole family. Hello, family!
Yay.
Hey! So we drove the 25 minutes or so from our house to the beach, and from there it was like an hour and a half walk to get to Hangaroa, the most isolated part of the island. So unfortunately we don't have a boat, so we're going to have to walk it. So we walked about an hour, and I'd say we've got probably another 40 minutes to go at this speed. So for lunch today we've got ceviche, Rapa Nui special raw fish, seared in lemon. So after a long walk, we arrived on the north coast, Hangaroa, to our new home, which is basically a huge valley. On one side you have these cliffs of about 250 meters dropping into the valley below, and on the other you've got the ocean lashing the blackened lava rock. In the center of the valley there is this small shack, which is a throwback to when the whole island was rented out as a sheep farm, and the palm trees around it give it a mystique that it otherwise wouldn't have. The valley would be our home for the next 8 days, so we found some trees on the western side of the valley and began to set up our. I've been put in charge of baby duties. This is the life, eh? Move those rocks, guys. Move them, yeah? So we had ourselves a bit of a rest, and the following day, it was time to head out and explore. Our goal was to hit the rock pools on the western side of the island, about an hour's walk away. And as happens so often on our walk, we got dive bombed by some of the local birds, but afterwards we started stumbling across many archaeological treasures. One such was the Maki Maki cave, a cave with literally scores of the face of Maki Maki, the ancient fertility god, all over the roof. It was the first of many archaeological treasures that we would see during our camping expedition to one of the greatest outdoor museums on earth. We would see petroglyphs, burial grounds, ancient fireplaces, gardens, and small towers used for stargazing in ancient times. After a good hour of walking or so, we finally made it to the rock pools where we would have our swim. It was time to do what we would do for most of our days during our summer vacation. Most of the coastline in Rapa Nui is jutting volcanic rock, and so we made it our mission to go out each day and try and find an awesome place to swim. But we're going to go down and have a little swim. I'm with my little one over here, Jonah Matata, and my other little one, Haka. What about that, Haka? You don't like it, don't worry. He's just my friend of one. He just looks after this thing. He looks hungry. We have to pass Death Valley to get to our swimming pool. Oh, it's beautiful. Cannot take this anymore. There are a lot of voices drowning in the sea. There's too many voices talking back at me. There are a lot of choices. It wasn't always completely safe, and now and then we'd have to run out of the way of the waves. Too many choices. But it was well worth it to get ourselves wet and cool off in the hot summer weather. We brought in limited supplies, and to offset our food costs, we decided to fish. The shoreline wasn't just for relaxing in, it was to get our food too. That looks like a good spot down there, huh? We've found our spot. That's where we're going to fish off, that little point down there. It's nice and high for Cleo. We're going to go catch us some fish. Hiding down here because I've just seen a really exotic sea lion. We don't get many of them around here, but I thought I'd let you in on them. It's just above me. Yeah, come and have a look. So, beautiful morning of fishing. This is for my wife. We've got this one for Haka, for Cleo, and for Jonah. That's almost everyone. I'm not going to eat one. I'll have pancakes, I think. Many people have died because of their lack of respect for the ocean. And one of the mantras when I arrived is the ocean's not your mother. Yeah, you can get food from it, but it's super dangerous. So they come in sets, and so generally you wait them out, this one's hit, and then you've got 5 minutes or so, 5 minutes or so of relaxing fishing in between them. There is something extremely satisfying about getting your own food from the ocean. But the best thing's got to be the eating. For our time of camping, we would be cooking on the fire, and that meant gathering firewood. Fortunately, where we were camping, there was loads of old dead trees, and that made it easy enough to get our wood for cooking. Show us your island styles. We haven't got a chainsaw, so this is how we're breaking our wood. So what does one do for the time that you're out camping? Well, a lot of it's just living, just cooking and cleaning and living in a different place. Other than that, well, it's a bit of hanging out. You want to go and get some mango? Me too, but it's a bit hot.
I don't know.
You're not too hot? We'll go a bit later, yeah, when we've had lunch. And of course, eating. And that had to be done on the fire. One of the great truths of life is everything tastes better when you're out camping in the countryside. We got breakfast this morning. Huri huri. What's huri huri? Looks
The
like
mix
some
of
pancake.
yeah, and little pieces. What are you eating?
This is a lunch of champions. It's called lots of beans with sausages. I'm making myself some gluten-free pancakes. Gluten-free pancakes, we make it with corn flour. I'll show you what we're having for breakfast. It is called oi oi, it's a Rapanui specialty. Can we show them over here?
Flour, the milk and the egg, and then you pour out water. You make a thick paste.
One of the main difficulties of camping off-grid on Easter Island is the fact that there's no running fresh water. Fortunately, we found an old well. This used to be used to give the animals water when the whole island was rented out as a sheep farm from 1903 to 1953. That's our well, just down there. One of those old-fashioned ones. Always had nightmares of falling down a well. Let's not do that now. It was situated right by the ocean, which meant it was a little bit mixed with the salt water, too brackish to drink, but it was good enough to wash ourselves and to wash the dishes, which offset the use of fresh water. The rest of the fresh water had to be picked up from the car each day. It was about an hour and a half a ride on a horse. So we took turns going back and forth once a day and pick up our 20 litres of water, which is what we needed to live off each day. So Cleocito, what is your favourite thing about camping in Hangauteo?
Sleeping.
Sleeping's your favourite things. Your favourite things when it's all over and you get to go to bed. Being locked down on Easter Island for 2 years has been difficult, but it forced us to get out to Hangauteo, and for that I'm thankful. It's been an amazing week, and even if we're not locked down next year, we might just make our way back.